Ledger SMB. So what is Ledger SMB? Ledger SMB is a free software double entry accounting and enterprise resource planning system. Accounting data is stored in a SQL database server, and a standard web browser can be used as its user's interface. The system uses the Perl programming language and a Perl database interface module for processing and SQL for data storage. Ledger SMB is a client-server application with server access through a web browser. It can track budgets and run variance reports of your business. It can track customers' contacts, quotations, invoices, orders, purchase orders, vendors' orders, handle cash both in and out, write checks and receipts, reconcile with the bank statement and your report. The goal of Ledger SMB project is to introduce accounting software.
Hi everyone, I am Shanmei Bantoto and I will be discussing to you the features of the Ledger SMB. Features are tools used within a system to complete a set of tasks or action, while on the other hand, functions are how those features actually work to provide you with a desired outcome. So here are the features of the Ledger SMB. The General Ledger and Journal Entry. This is where they manage your accounts, transfer money between them, and get a picture of the general financial health of your business through double entry accounting. Next is the budgeting. This is where they track budgets by project or department and run variance reports. In sales, they track customers, quotations, sale orders, and invoices. Purchasing. This is where the tracking of vendors, purchasing orders, and invoices. Contact management. These track customer, vendor orders, and relationship to your business. It also had supported output formats like for example in PDF, CSV, HTML, ODF, and more. Lastly, it is translatable which can translate up to 45 languages.
I am Jocelyn Ticadalin and I will continue to discuss the features and functions of Ledger SMB. Cash management refers to a broad area of finance involving the collection, handling, and usage of cash. It involves assessing market liquidity, cash flow, and investment. Time tracking is a category of computer software that allows its employees to record time spent on tasks or projects. It is also used by professionals who bill their customers by the hour. Fixed assets, also known as long-lived assets, tangible assets, or property, plant, and equipment, is a term used in accounting for assets and property that cannot easily be converted into cash. Inventory management refers to the process of ordering, storing, and using a company's inventory. This includes the management of raw materials, components, and finished products, as well as warehousing and processing such items. Report is a document that presents information in an organized format for a specific audience and purpose.
Hello, my name is Mark Lester Ardaiday. I am assigned to part 3 in the project product demonstration online in Ledger SMB, and I will start. This is a demo system with some example data. So the demo of Ledger SMB online is free. So there is username, password, and company name are entered. Inside Ledger SMB, you will immediately see the definition of Ledger SMB, community resources, and contributing. The Ledger SMB consists of contacts, AR, AP, transaction approval, budgets, HR, order entry, shipping, quotation, general journal, goods and services, time cards, reports, recurring transaction templates, tax forms, fixed assets, system, preferences, new window, and then logout. First category is contacts. Search and add contacts. Contact management is the action of a company of storing, organizing, and tracking information about their customers, prospects, and their sales leads. The category of AR or accounts receivable are adding transactions, batch imports, sales, invoice, credit notes, credit invoice, adding returns, search, vouchers, and reports. Accounts receivable or AR, this helps keep track of all invoice awaiting payment from their customers and classifying accounts for reconciliation and control or the online credit management. The category of AP or automatic power or transaction addition, batch import, vendor invoice, debate note, debate invoice, search, voucher, and reports. Many turn to this enterprise resource planning or ERP tools with automatically payable accounts to utilize the same capabilities of solutions and level up their business values. The category of cash are receipt, use AR overpayment, payment, overpayment use, vouchers, transfers, reconciliation, and reports. Cash management within an ERP system that thoroughly communicates the organization's overall cash flow. It monitors bank transactions, cash transactions, company sales, invoice received, stand-alone payments, and payment due for prevention. The category of transaction approval are batch, draft, reconciliation, and inventory. This allows manufacturers' approval system to have a system in place to ensure requests are new, approved, or rejected in a timely manner. This don't not only apply to purchases. The category of budget are add budget and search. Budgets should be flexible so that they can be easily updated if there are unexpected events or factors in a company. However, due to budgeting and planning constraints in ERP software, you cannot expect your budgets or forecasts to be easily changed or updated. HR or human resource is made up of employees. Human resource management is an important module used to automate administrative work that is otherwise tedious and time consuming. The category of order entry are sales order, purchase order, report, build, and merge. A typical order starts by generating a customer purchase order by sales team with data variables such as customer number, product number, order size, and delivery dates. The category of shipping, ship, receive, and transfer. Power of shipping capabilities and real-time updates, but where ERP falls short of shipping and logistics capabilities, shipping software enhance the ERP system. For example, ShipWorks helps improve ERP system by enabling real-time data transmission. The categories of quotations are excerpts, RFQ, and reports. Each code is slightly different, but ERP systems offer templates that help to automate quoting processes to save time and improve accuracy by eliminating error of man. The ERP system helps keep track of past and present codes, which helps a company accurately predict future sales and flows. The category of general journal are journal entry imports, year-end search and GL charts of accounts and import charts. The general journal is a list of all business transactions of a company kept throughout its entire life. All transactions are recorded in a chronological order. It contains all the information needed to prepare financial statements and describes assets, liabilities, capital, income, and expense. The category of goods and services are ad share, ad services, ad assembly, ad overhead, search groups, ad group, price group search, ad group, and stock meeting reports, transactions, import inventory, and enter inventory. These organizations are used to manage day-to-day business activities such as accounting, procurement, project management, risk management, and compliance and supply chain operations. The category of time cards are search, add time card, import, general, and transaction. A time card, also called a timesheet, is a method for recording and tracking the amount of an employee's time spent on each job. A time card improves project execution, decision making, and compliance with labor and government regulations. Trial balance, income statement, balance sheet, inventory, and COGS are another category of reports, often considered essential in most ERP systems. The format might be prescribed by local accounting principle, but the data is similar worldwide. Often a business will have multiple versions of this. Recurring transactions allow for the automation of entering the same transactions on a regular basis. A schedule is created and added to a batch or multiple batches of journal transaction. The schedule defines when and how many times the batches in the schedule are processed. The transactional email templates are pre-coded email layouts that marketers, designers, and developers can use to quickly and easily create transactional email campaigns. SendGrid's transactional email templates allow non-technical and technical people alike to make a real-time change to the email they receive. The category of tax forms is add tax form, list tax forms, and reports. Income tax forms are the official government documents you're required to fill out when you pay your taxes. Generally, the more complex your finances are, the more tax forms you have to need to fill out. Each state and city also creates their own tax forms, but oftentimes they are modeled after the federal ones. The fixed assets category is assets classes and assets. The fixed assets ERP software module handles assets registration, classification, tagging, retirement, and disposal for individual as well as composite assets. Management functions provide financial, tax, and lease assets accounting capabilities in addition to repair or service scheduling. Each system consists of taxes, default sequences, GIFI, warehouses, reporting unit, type of business, language, and SIC. Preference, and new window, and then log out.
Good day, everyone, and good day, Mrs. Monaski. I am Jehuiza Christ Martinez Agustino, and my partner Jaisa Nika will explain to you the conclusions and generalization of Ledger SMB.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jaisanika May D. Artes.
In order to meet changing needs to a diverse market, it is important that as a ledger SMB grows, that it becomes an easily extensible and even in some cases invincible part of a data infrastructure of a business. In essence, it must eventually be possible to separate the web user interface from the software of a whole. Important requirements we should strive towards are separations of mechanism from interface, generic reusable components whenever possible, scriptability from local and remote programs, extensibility of a core logic in forward compatible ways. Security should be a top priority both in architecture and code. The Ledger SMB web interface must be extremely easy to use, but more important, it must always do the right thing accounting wise. At the same time, the workflow should be as streamlined as possible. If people want mechanism to do something that is not generally accepted in accounting circles, then that bottom must map to an automations of accepted way of doing it. For example, a delete button might map to a function which posts a reversing transaction. Important requirements we should strive for here include user-friendly naming of things. When given a choice of two potentially problematic solutions, the solution taken must try to detect the problem and warn the user. The software should be sufficiently easy to use that it can compete with QuickBooks and similar software in their home markets. A strong user support structure, including contextual help, mailing list support, and commercial support options available from a variety of sources. And lastly is support from the CPA community.
Some of the benefits of Ledger SMB includes short-term app times due to simple, powerful user interface, easy integration with other businesses' applications via open architecture, and lastly, open community of consultants and service providers. So, some of the advantages of Ledger SMB are free, easy to use and install, frequent updates, and lastly, supporting our user community. When I say free, it means that it is important to small businesses and startups because it eliminates additional cost. And when we say easy to use and install, it is a user friendly and doesn't require a high level of technological proficiency. Frequent updates because it doesn't get out of data since the developers are working constantly on it. And lastly, supporting user community because it is easy to get additional help and advice from other fellow users. So let's go to the SWOT analysis of Ledger SMB. The strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. First is strength. Free, user community, user-friendly and easy to use, frequent updates. The second is the weaknesses. Lack of security, query mapper is undefined, cannot support larger companies. Opportunities, developing the software so it can support larger companies, rise in the number of startups. Threats, competitors fall in the number of startups, loss of clients due to security issues. So, conclusion, Ledger SMB is a small, useful tool that any small or medium-sized businesses could use for its accounting and enterprise resource planning needs. It is free, frequently updated, and has a vibrant user community. However, it might have some security issues and might prove insufficient in case of user company expansion. So that's all. Thank you.